Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to October's Soul Journey Gathering, where we're going to be talking all about getting clear on what we want. So, this is a mini manifestation workshop that we're going to be doing. I did upload a guide to Patreon. It's a PDF guide. If you've printed it out, great. If not, you might want to have a piece of paper and something to write with for when we get a little bit further in. We're going to do some prompts and exercises. All right, so I am going to start sharing. And let me get the keynote out. All right, so let me see what happens when I play the switch. There we go. Okay, let me just move this off over here. Okay, getting clear on what you really want. Listening to your soul's truth through awareness, embodiment, and intention. And we're going to be talking about all of those in this workshop. I want to preface this by saying manifestation workshops so often are driven by creating goals, setting deadlines, and making a list of action steps and creating this timeline. Or it's about envisioning having that thing in your life, creating a vision board, for example. This manifestation workshop is not going to be like the others. It's going to be talking about what is really the first step that you should be taking, you could be taking in order to really be aligning with your soul when you're thinking about achieving or manifesting goals or dreams that you have. Okay. So we are going to be working with the word clarity a lot in this. And it's something that we're going to see and work with unfolding it in our lives by pausing, listening in to all parts of ourselves, and reconnecting with what was really true for us, not for anyone else. All right. If you know me at all, you know that I love words and definitions, that I got my master's in historical linguistics. So it's really important, but I also think words are extremely, extremely powerful. And they carry meaning not only in creating our reality now, but they carry energy from their origins, and the roots of where they come from and their original meanings. So there's two definitions of clarity when you Google them. The first one is just it's being coherent and intelligible, right? So it's something that we can really understand both mentally and also when we express it. The other definition is a quality of transparency or purity. And sometimes I'm wondering, I think, and not sometimes, I think here there may be talking about gemstones like diamonds, for example, and their quality and purity. But for me, this was such a beautiful definition in the way it connected with what we're going to be doing in this workshop, because we're going to be getting really transparent with ourselves. And we're going to be coming from the purest form of intention that we have within ourselves when we are thinking about what we want to manifest in our life and how we want to do it. So I thought that was a really beautiful definition, and it fit perfectly to what we're doing and intending for this workshop together. I love to go back to the roots of where words come from. And of course, this one came from Latin. So clarus and claritas are both from Latin. But in Middle English, so in the medieval period, clarity originally meant glory or divine splendor. And so I thought again, how perfect. That's exactly what we're going to be connecting with. We're going to be connecting with our souls and our own divine self. And we want to live a life that is one of glory, in how we are able to live it based on who we are and expressing who we are and our desires, our intentions, our dreams, and our goals. So let's get started. I want to talk a little bit about in more detail about why clarity is key to manifesting. So it's aligning with our soul's truth. And we're going to do that by connecting with our thoughts, our emotions, and our energy and bringing awareness to them. It's also clarity isn't about controlling things, it's about connecting with ourselves. There's an aspect of control, and I know this personally, that is really driven from fear. We try to control things when we're afraid. We're afraid of letting go. We're afraid of what's going to happen if we aren't in control. And we don't believe that, or these are the beliefs that I held. We don't believe that the world or the universe is going to offer us what we truly desire or the opportunities to attain that. And we don't believe in our own ability to manifest these things without taking control. What we really just need to do is can be deeply connected with ourselves. And when we do that, when we listen deeply, the next step always will reveal itself because we're working with the universe and we're working with our soul. So clarity is going to offer us an opportunity to recognize when we're in and out of alignment, right? So we're going to work on that a little bit with how we can do that. We're also going to gain this calm inner knowing. Think about those people that are super confident in their abilities and in who they are. They're not frantically trying to get things done. They're not forcing people to do things or forcing the world to align to what they want. They know what they're capable of. They know what they deserve. And they know that they're going to make it happen. And they don't need to take all of those fear-based actions in order to do it. And if we can step back and out of those negative, emotionally driven actions, we're going to be able to move freely and we're going to become true creators. We're going to be able to create with opportunities that arise for us in our lives because we are aware of what we need, what we want, and what we can do. And so we're open to it. We're going to allow our energy to move freely with what's right for us. Okay. So we're going to be doing this in three ways. We are going to be connecting with our body. We're going to be using our body as one of the most important tools for alignment. We're going to be exploring our emotions and our beliefs because those also speak very strongly to whether we're aligned with something or whether we're blocking ourselves from something or whether we need to shift or redirect. Which brings us to the third one, which is evolving the dream. We're going to work with flexibility. So after we pause and check in with ourselves, we're going to reassess and we're going to make conscious, empowered decisions from that space about how to manifest and what to manifest. All right. So if you have your guide, you can flip to the second page for this. If not, just grab a piece of paper. And we're going to start doing some practical work here. So I want you to just take a minute and in one sentence, I want you to write down a goal that you have for yourself that either you've been quietly holding on to, but really haven't taken any steps, something that you're working towards and maybe feel stalled and you don't really know why. But in one sentence, write down what that is. Okay, ready? If not, you can pause and then start it up again if you still need a minute or two, but we're going to move on. Okay. All right. So what I want you to do here is we're going to just take a little mindful pause. So I want you to have both your feet touching the ground, flat on the floor. I invite you to close your eyes. And we're just going to take a few moments to just connect, release, and bring awareness to ourselves. Okay. So I want you to take a deep breath in and release. And just feel the little bit of the tension start to leave your body. Good. Let's do that again. We're going to take a deep breath in and release, allowing more of that tension to just float away. And one more time. Take a deep breath in and release. Just take a moment to be in this space, surrounded by light. Now bring that dream or goal that you have for yourself into your mind and think about making it happen. Maybe the steps that you have in mind of what needs to happen, what you need to do, of the timeline that you envision for it. And now check in with your body. How does that feel in your body to envision making this goal manifest in your life? Do you feel tension, discomfort, ease, calm, butterflies? Just check in with your body and take note. And if you feel nothing in your body, that is okay too. That's also a message for you. Now, when you are thinking of the work, the steps, and the timeline for making your goal happen, were there emotions that arose for you? Excitement, joy, or fear, stress, anxiety? Just notice them. There's no right or wrong emotion. All of them are messages for you. Just as if you had no emotion around making this goal happen. Just notice. And finally, were there little beliefs that were creeping up when you thought about making it happen? How long it would take, how easy or hard it would be, your abilities, your capabilities, your opportunities or lack thereof? Are there beliefs that popped up for you? Take note. Good. Now take one more deep breath in and exhale. And when you are ready, open your eyes. This little exercise is going to be the core of this practice. And we're going to now take our awarenesses and work with them to see what they can tell us. So again, you can either take your piece of paper or you can use the guide with page 3 and you can write down what you noticed. What sensations arose in your body? For example, my throat chakra closes up a lot. Like it feels like it's just closing. It's about speaking my truth and living my truth. It's very common. A lot of people, I think, have that. My lower back felt tight. Did you have butterflies in your stomach? Did you have a pain here or there? Or a foot or a leg that was jiggling around when you thought about it? Just notice. If you want to take it a step further, I can suggest there's probably several other books or references, resources. Louise Hay has a book that talks about physical ailments and what they are telling you about yourself and how you're doing on your spiritual journey. So, like the throat would be about speaking your truth and living your truth. So, if you're curious, you can, after the workshop, Google my left hip hurt. Well, what does that mean? What do hips represent? Carrying the weight, balancing. Okay. Your body is always going to tell you the truth. It's not, we're not meant to ignore or push through when our body is signaling to us. We bring awareness there. What is he saying? What's my body telling me right now? It's reacting. It's sending me a message. I'm going to listen. The emotions arising. What emotions arose for you? Again, if you want to pause in any of these sections, if you want to write down more about what you noticed during that pause meditation, feel free to pause this and do that before they kind of float away and you forget all these little details. So, just noticing what emotions arose for you: stress, anxiety, excitement, joy, anticipation. Obviously, the positive emotions are showing you that you are in alignment with the goal and the envisioning of making it happen. The shadow emotions that arise, they are like little pin drops on a map saying, pay attention here. There's something here that you need to explore and release, heal, reframe, in order to align with this goal or dream so that it can happen, so that you can manifest it the way you are intending it. Now, this beliefs are something that can be years and years of workshops, working through our beliefs. We all have conditioned beliefs that we were taught by our families, that we inherited through many generations of our families, from our culture, our society, our religion. Working on our beliefs and recognizing in an as objective a way as possible that they are maneuvering and working within us at all times, bringing them to our awareness allows us to then reframe them, unravel them, rewrite them, or let them go. So if you noticed any inner stories that were creating the shadow emotions in you, those are showing that those beliefs are not supporting you. They are something that are holding you back, that are imprisoning you in a way that isn't serving your highest and best. Bringing awareness to them is the first step. Now that you're aware that this thought comes up, you may see in looking back, this is a habitual thought and belief that I have that comes up a lot when I think about reaching for the stars or doing something other than what's expected of me, for example. Okay. Um, I do have another soul journey gathering that I did earlier this year that deals with shadow work and the introduction to shadow work. So if you're interested, let me know and I can put that together again. Now that you're aware of how you're responding and what your body, emotions, and beliefs are telling you about accomplishing this goal or dream in your life, you now have an empowered opportunity to adjust course. Sometimes we find that we have set dreams or goals for ourselves that are aligned with outside expectations. Take an opportunity to now really assess, did that goal or dream that you used at the beginning of this workshop, does it really reflect what you want? Sometimes we find that we're in this pause because there are certain things that we need to heal within ourselves before we can move on and fully manifest something in our life. It's not about not being dedicated enough. It's not about not being committed enough to something. Again, those are all of those conditioned beliefs we have about how we manifest and create something and make something happen in our lives. It's all driven. But sometimes pause and reset is just as powerful and important as driving forward and creating something to happen. When we go within and we focus on ourselves and within, it becomes not about proving our worth, our value, our abilities to the outside world. It becomes about being faithful and devoted to ourselves and our needs. It feels very insular, but it is so important. And it is something that we are not taught in our society to do. Again, I come back to the flexibility. Curiosity and flexibility are such gifts to me that I've embraced in my own journey. And it allows me then to become a creator in unison and in cooperation with the universe and the world around me, instead of it being me carrying all the burdens of having to make this happen. And if it doesn't happen, it's all my fault. Instead, I set goals now and I start working towards them, or I don't based on how I feel when I set out to take that first step. If it doesn't feel aligned with me, no matter how frustrating it can be, I stop and I allow myself that space to figure out why the pause is there for me and why I'm feeling so drawn to it. I'm curious about myself. I'm curious about what the universe is going to offer me. And I'm still learning to recognize opportunities that come to me that aren't necessarily in that linear vision that I had of how things are going to happen and how this has to manifest. If you think about it, how many times have you set out something in your life, whether it's a partnership you go into, you move in with someone and you create a life together with someone and you envision what it's like? Has that vision, is that exactly how it's come to happen? For me, it's never happened. It's never how I envisioned it. And it's not saying that that's bad. It's beautiful. That's what the beauty of life is. It's about unexpected things happening, paths opening up for you that you never never thought you were going to go down, but here they are and they're so exciting, or you're learning so much about yourself. And maybe you'll come back to that other path that you were on, but maybe you won't. And it's all okay. It's all okay. And you're able and capable of handling all of those unexpected things because we are always evolving too. All right. So clarity will help you know when it's time to move, to shift, to pause, or to let go. So this is the last or second to last slide. There are just a few more journaling prompts for you to take the information that you've gathered in this little workshop that we've just done together and kind of glean out a little bit more information about how it felt in your body, maybe about what you're ready to release. What does it feel like to be aligned with who I am? Now, you may not feel like you really are right now, but envision it, then envision what it might be. What would that feel like? If you feel really off right now, it's okay. Remember, your body is not your enemy. He is or she is your strongest partner. They are your strongest um, divination tool. Okay. So let your body tell you whatever it needs to, but also try and take a moment to feel into what it feels like to be aligned or what you envision that feels like so that you can kind of bring that energy in as well. So that when that happens, you have an awareness of it. And if you're ready and you have this goal and this manifestation and everything feels like it's really aligned with you, what next step feels natural and true? And again, remember, we can set out long-term steps and processes in order to get what we want to be manifest in our life, to get the dream, to get the goal and achieve it. But it's only the first and next step that we know for sure. And then check in again. Awareness. How does it feel? Do I feel aligned? Does this feel good? Next step. If not, shift, redefine, pause, whatever that you feel you need. The guide has several more prompts in it to kind of help take you on further through this journey of next steps. What does it feel like? Trusting the process. So I do encourage you to download it. It's a beautiful little workbook, I think, that I put together for you. So I want to thank you for being here with me today. I hope that this kind of opened up a new way of looking at manifesting that feels empowered and feels more focused on being true to who you are in this moment and in every moment going forward. Remember, it's a process that you're meant to come back to. It should become something that you're always checking in and you're always trusting your body, your emotions, in order to tell you, up, oh, there's something going on here, something's off. And then figuring out with love and compassion what that is, whether it's pulling apart beliefs, healing traumas, doing past life regressions, whatever, to serve you and to help you along the way. So may you manifest with clarity, trust, and peace, and completely aligned with your soul. This will be going up on my Patreon and on YouTube. You can find the PDF on Finding Dharma with Christine on Patreon under the Soul Journey Gathering collection. And I love you so much. You are so powerful. You are the most magical creator. And I wish you all the best and all your dreams that come true or don't because it's your choice. All right. Love you. Bye.